Now, I know everyone's talking about the Arrowverse crossover event that's coming up. I know the big news that came out yesterday was that Brandon Routh is going to be popping up as Superman, and in addition to his regular role as on Legends.
Double duty, yeah.
How exciting is that? What was your reaction to hearing that news?
When I saw that, it opened up the world.
Yeah.
Like DCEU, this is DC TV. Like it's, for something this big like Crisis, sky's the limit. And I think the closer we get to it, we're going to see a bunch more names, like big names like that, jumping over for the Crisis.
I was going to say, are there going to be other
weird
worlds that we wouldn't have expected to see?
Right now is the time to pull out all stops. Like, if not now, then when? This is Crisis on Infinite Earths,
And now, we've already seen you on the show in the Elseworlds episodes.
Yeah.
But for you, knowing that this would also continue into this huge arc as well, what was that like once you did first get the role? Did you know at that
I didn't know it was
going
to be this. No, I knew Elseworlds. I knew it was going to be like 3 or 4 episodes, and then the more it started, we get the call like, hey, we're going back. They knew. Yeah. But I didn't know. Like the actors are always the last to know. I'm in the dark. Like I found out about this crossover this season at the end of Supergirl Elseworlds, like everybody else, when it popped up on screen. Jaw dropped. Manager called me, like he knew already, but I didn't. But this is a great experience.
Now, have you guys started? I know they just started filming, I think, the regular seasons of the show. Have you filmed anything for Crisis?
Yeah, like it's gonna be a lead up. I'm gonna be bouncing around like I was last season.
Yep.
Who knows when, where, and why, but when I pop up, it's usually not for a good reason.
Right.
He's bringing bad news with him, but that's the fun of this character too, like the mystery. When he shows up, it's really unannounced, and it comes out of left field, and it just brings that heaviness to the scene.
And now the first time you do get all dressed up in costume, what was that experience like for you?
It was fun.
And seeing it in the mirror afterwards.
It was fun, man. Like for Halloween, for the past 6-7 years, I've been dressing up as Jon Stewart.
Okay.
So I dress up anyway. So now I get to do it and get paid for it. But the costume looked spitting image of the comic book. So each layer, each time I went back to Vancouver to get dressed, it was a little bit more. And when the final project came out, I was like, wow, this is awesome.
And I know, talking costumes a little bit, Supergirl just got her new suit. Have you seen that?
I have.
Now with the pants, what do you think about it?
That's awesome. They got different variations of Supergirl, like in the comic books, where it's just. That's what I love about these shows. They try to stick so close to the page, and what we're used to growing up is possible, and they do a great job of it.
Now, are you able to tease at all what the deal was with Arrow, or do you even know what it is yet?
Like I said, actors. I'm the last to find out. I think the leads like Grant, Melissa, and Steven, they know stuff. They're sitting with the producers, but I'm just I'm the utility knife. I come, I serve a purpose, and then I get out. So, when you guys hear it, it's probably when I hear it.
And is it like a kind of like a family reunion for all these other superheroes?
They all get together, they're all talking, and it's I think it's fun for them because it's like a field trip. Like you get away from that world and you guys get to come together and hang out. Like I noticed that, I'm the fly on the wall, I'm the new guy.
Yep.
And I see all of them, sitting in the tent just, talking and chewing the fat and just enjoying it. I think they do enjoy it.
How is it coming into a show like this, or not even one show, a bunch of shows where they've been together for so long and you're the new guy and you're also the bad guy?
Yeah, it's a different energy. Sometimes you don't know how other actors work.
Yeah.
And especially when you're the antagonist coming in, some actors may be standoffish because method.
They're in character.
Yeah, they're in character, so you can't take it personal like, and everyone on set has been great. Everyone is awesome. But you're the guest star coming in. It's like you want to assert yourself, but not too much. But this is a warm environment over here, so I haven't felt out of place at all. I've been on shows in the past where I was a guest star, and not one word was said to me. It was like, all right, I'm here for a job. I get out.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, this seems like a good crew.
This is fun. Like the whole Arrowverse, from the producers and the executives on down. Like I've had a great experience.
Now, are there particular characters that you would love to see enter the Arrowverse at some point? Darkseid would be one of them. Green Lantern would be the first one. Like I think we could use a Stewart.
Green Lantern when I read the script and they dropped that little the little breadcrumb for John Diggle for David's character, I shot him a text. Who was like, "Yo, like Green Lantern, like the ring, and it's gonna be announced. Like, you know, that was a big deal for me. But yeah, Darkseid, Green Lantern would be a big one. I think the show, it's time. It's time for Jon Stewart.
I think so.
Yeah.
And has he always been a favorite of yours?
Jon Stewart?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot of black comic book characters, superheroes. So like you gravitate towards the ones you see, and you know, I can be like him. You know, you're a little kid,
right? And
it was always Jon Stewart for me. So.
And I feel like in general, the Arrowverse has been great with diversity and inclusion. And I think for kids coming up now, it's so important.
Yeah, you could identify with someone in this Arrowverse. Like there's so many people that you can gravitate towards.
Yeah. And now we know that Arrow is also coming to an end this season.
Yeah.
How much is Crisis on Infinite Earth going to play into the end game of Arrow?
I don't know. I mean, he could make it through, you know, and live happily ever after, or it could be a bad end for him. I don't. That's another thing. Like when I get the scripts, I read them first like a comic book, like because that's how it, you know, how my brain works when I'm reading these scripts, and then I go back and reread where I need to study what's going on, what's in this scene, what's going to happen if I don't get this. But when the scripts come out, I find out just like the other actors. But I'm sure they know the end game.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see some big shocks for fans?
I think you have to.
Some people might not make it.
Well, it's Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Right?
Like everyone's not gonna go home and, you know, play Taboo and just chill out. Like something bad's gonna happen. When they say the universe, the multiverse will never be the same.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. That's what it was. That's what Marv Wolfman made Crisis for, like to, you know, continuity issues and bring it into one. So we'll see.